One of my favourite quotes is, "Winners never quit and quitters never win." I've just got to go something. They like that one. This quote has held true for me over the past 10 years, and let me tell you why. For me to do this, I need to rewind the clock back to 2006. I was happily married, raising 3 great kids, had a beautiful home, investment properties, and was driving a new BMW. I owned numerous health clubs and things were great in my life. But I also had 2 business partners, one of which was not doing the right thing, and basically at the age of 34, I ended up losing everything. My husband and I separated after the financial stress it placed on our marriage and eventually got divorced. I moved interstate with my 3 children to start a new life. We basically had nothing. It was a very scary time, a super tough time in my life and in my children's life. Everything we knew and could rely on was gone. At the same time, my father passed away, and being an only child, I didn't even have brothers or sisters to rely on. Our accountant, who was also a trusted friend and someone I could thank you, darling. Our accountant, who was also a trusted friend and someone I could rely on, was also dying of cancer and then passed away. Oh, don't you come near me. If I went through everything that happened to me, we would be here all day. It was almost comical. One thing after another after another. But my mother has a saying that if money can fix it, it's not a problem. And whilst every day I thought what else could go wrong, I was still grateful I had the health of my 3 children, my health, and I still had the ability to rebuild my life. Winners never quit and quitters never win. Every time I felt like I could not go on, I thought to myself, there's someone kissing their child goodbye or loved one for the very last time. And that one thought would always pull me through. As my 3 children, Jordan, who is 19, Jackson, who is 16, and Julia, who is 15, are more important to me than anything else. My most important job in the world is to be a phenomenal mother and role model to those 3 amazing people. Aren't they cute? So from there, over the next 4 years, I started to claw my way back into life. I went back to working for people in different jobs that I didn't like, trying to please people who didn't treat people well. For years I lived this way, just scraping by, no passion, no drive, no desire. I even questioned if my past success was a fluke, as I did not feel at all successful or driven and passionate at times. And Ange and Lisa are sitting in the room, and Ange was one of my bosses and Lisa worked alongside me, and they will attest to the fact that I kept saying, I just don't know if I can do this again, I just can't seem to get it together. I didn't even think I could do it again. I put on a lot of weight and was miserable. I really was a shadow of my former self. To the outside world, I was successful. I was the club general manager of a very large health club and had a staff of 90 people. I went from being a very underperforming club to one of the top 13 clubs in Australia. In everyone else's eyes, I was successful, but I didn't agree with so many corporate decisions and I just wasn't happy. I didn't feel the members or the team mattered to the company. In October 2013, I just couldn't do it anymore. I couldn't do something that I dreaded, and every Sunday night felt sick about the week ahead, so I quit my job. Gave 4 weeks' notice and thought, right girl, it's now or never. We are so lucky we didn't live under a bridge, because seriously, we had no backup plan. Now, this is a funny story. I put a post on Facebook that said, quit my job today, no idea what I'm going to do, but going to go chase my dreams. Tom Judson saw that post on Facebook and sent me a private message, and the rest is history. I researched Park Lane and I had the amazing honour of spending a day with Scott Levine in Sydney whilst he was over here to discuss Park Lane coming to Australia. Scott was so passionate about Park Lane, and I knew that day that this was it. My life was going to change forever. This was the vehicle that was going to make my dreams come true. A fantastic opportunity where my income and financial success was directly related to my efforts. Things were tough, but I never let them consume me. Winners never quit and quitters never win. I stand on stage now in a place that is a world away from where I was. When some people say they have no money, it is very different to when other people say it. When I said I had no money, I mean I had no money. After I did the grocery shopping, I would tell my children they had to ask if they wanted to eat anything, as the groceries needed to last us till the end of the week. And if they ate anything that wasn't rationed, we would run out of food. I hated to do that. I felt like such a failure. A lot of times my kids ate sandwiches, 2-minute noodles, baked beans for dinner, but they never once complained. Then the amazing story begins. Park Lane launched. I contacted everyone I knew. Although I had little money, I was rich with integrity, passion and drive. I booked parties, I met with people, I did Facebook advertising. I drove this business every single day and night as I knew that this business was going to change everything. My family were relying on me to do this. I shared my dreams with my kids, created a dream board and told them that Park Lane was going to change our lives, and they bought into that dream. So my question to you is, who do you share your dreams with? And are they dream builders or are they dream stealers? I chose my children, who are huge dream builders, to share my dreams with. They saw how excited I was and believed in me more than anyone, and they were excited, so I couldn't let them down. I have had a lot of people say things to me like, "You're so lucky, you're so fortunate, you've been kissed on the butt by a fairy." But must have been a big fairy to kiss my butt. But my success is due to my work ethic. I feel very fortunate, but not so much lucky. In life, the harder you work, the luckier you get. Everybody can, but not everybody will. Things started happening really fast. Lots of great women were inspired by my passion and were wanting to jump on board too. People buy you, and then they buy your product. I bought into Scott Levine that day in Sydney with his passion and vision. I now try to inspire everyone I speak to in the way that he inspired me. I was making all these amazing new friends, and they were having success and starting to make their dreams come true as well. Do you know what I tell everyone who will listen? You cannot fail in Park Lane unless you quit. I truly believe that. Winners never quit and quitters never win, and I stand by that. I believe it from my very core, so I have total integrity talking to everyone and anyone about the amazing opportunity that changed my life. Why wouldn't I? Wouldn't I be doing them a disservice by not offering it to them? I know if they start and don't quit, I can help them be super successful and change their lives. Winners never quit and quitters never win. I wasn't finding leaders, I was creating them. Until very recently, I had not sponsored anyone who was a leader in another direct sales organisation. In fact, I only had a couple of people in my entire team that had even done direct sales before, or even sales for that matter. And I was teaching, training and motivating them every single day. Now that is rewarding in itself, to watch women who often doubt themselves flourish. I love this Zig Ziglar quote. You can have everything you want if you help enough other people get what they want. As this is how I run my business. The month I went for sales vice president, I didn't tell a soul I was going for it. I had a group of leaders pushing hard for their rank advancements, and the hype was huge in the team. We are a team that stands up and cheers each other on. I didn't even tell the team I was going for this, as I wanted this to be their month. A few of the team said, "Wow, you kept that quiet," but I knew if I helped you girls reach your goals, that I in turn would reach mine. If you put your team first and know their goals and work at them with them daily on them, and they in turn reach their goals, you will in turn reach yours as well. This quote has seen me reach all of my goals so far. You all know I use social media in a big way, particularly Facebook. Who in this room came from a paid Facebook boost? Wow, that's a lot. And of course, our group page. Facebook is one part of our growth strategy. So, back to my title, which is Dreams Can Come True. In March of 2015, I qualified for myself and my children to go to Aruba together. This was one of the most special experiences of my life. Do you know, my kids and I had not been on a holiday for 8 years. Kel, can you just flick to that Aruba one, darling? Yeah. Look at those flamingos. That was so super cool. This was one of the most special experiences of my life. We hadn't been on a holiday for over 8 years, and this was our first. My children hadn't even been on a plane. The first few days we were all nervous and kept saying, "Is this covered and is that covered?" Because we were so used to being so worried about money. I said to the kids, just be careful because I'm not sure how these trips work. It seemed like too good to be true. So every day we used to go up, the three of us, because Jordan couldn't make it, and we'd say to the reception, excuse me, could you please check if there's anything under the name of Rebel Whale? And reception would say, no, nothing there. So I'd say, that's pretty good. We'd have another day, and second day, could you please check if there's anything under the name of Rebel Whale? I'm like, no, nothing. I said, oh my God. So third day we went up, could you please check if there's anything under Rebel Whale? They said, no. I said, that's it. Do what you want, spend what you want, use those cards. By the end of it, I think one day we went over to the island, and I have no idea how many of the magnums, because you could use the card for anything. They were ordering prawns at the pool at 11 o'clock in the morning and eating one. You know, they just went really crazy. But it was just so nice to be able to go over there and not have to worry, because we had to worry every single time we ate out. So that was awesome. Maybe your dream is just to get out of credit card debt, or go on a holiday like Punta Cana next month, or pay your children's school fees, or maybe just pay for the groceries. I started in March 2014 and in only 2 short years built a team of over 1,900. In October of 2015, I started the Park Lane Rebels franchise with 2 of my best friends, Rick and Tristan Firth, and I'll always be super grateful for them both for helping make this happen and running such an amazing franchise for us all. Rick and Tristan have been there for me through all my ups and downs personally. And when I had no one else at times, they helped me with not only emotional support, but financially as well. Rick will kill me for sharing this, as they do not do what they do for the praise. But at one stage, I needed to take a job as a stepping stone. The job was going to get well paid, but the one on the way was not. I couldn't even afford my rent. I rang Rick and he said, do you believe you can fast track this and get the role? I said yes, and he said, okay, go for it. I'll put a few months' worth of rent in your account to tie you over and go kick butt. You can pay me back later. I did, and I did fast track and got the role, and I did pay it all back. But that is a testament to the type of people Rick and Tristan Firth are. They truly are great people who want the best for everyone. They run an amazing team in Grafton who are always stepping up to the plate to help everyone all the time. Thanks, Kim and Georgie. If Kim's in the room, I'm not sure if she is at the moment. Outside. I'm very grateful for them all. I can't not mention the amazing Kelly Smith. Kelly is not only such a critical part of our franchise as our field relations manager, she is also one of my best friends and my sounding board. She keeps me sane, which isn't easy to do when my mind wants to go crazy, and is constantly my biggest supporter and my voice of reason. She is truly one of a kind, and I'll always be grateful our paths cross for a million different reasons. She is the most driven and competent person you could ever meet, and one of the nicest people you could be ever fortunate enough to call a friend. I love you. Lucky me to be surrounded by not only these amazing people, but all of you guys as well. I do pinch myself. Did I say pinch myself? I do pinch myself. We truly are a stand up and cheer each other on organisation. I'm grateful for you all. Never give up on your dreams because of the time it will take, as the time will pass anyway. Park Lane has changed my life in more ways than you could ever imagine. I've made lifelong friends who feel like family to me, and I have created stability for myself and my family that I never ever knew that I could have again. If you are sitting in the audience today and you are not happy with where your life is at, you have exactly the same opportunity in your hands as I have in mine. I read a quote once, you can't live in potential your whole life. At some stage, you need to make your move. And for 8 years, I lived in potential, and I'm just so grateful that I made my move and ran hard with Park Lane. If you are not already chasing your dreams or utilising all of your potential, I hope this kickstarts you and inspires you to chase your dreams, because Park Lane represents exactly the same opportunity to every single one of us. Some just pick it up and run faster than others. Winners never quit and quitters never win. Say it with me. Winners never quit and quitters never win. Thank you all from the bottom of my heart for helping me create what is now the Park Lane Rebels franchise and is currently the #1 franchise in the world. And believe me when I say the best is yet to come.